Welcome our Tales and Drawing YouTube channel.
Once upon a time, Little Red Riding Hood lived in a small house in a cute little forest. Little Red Riding Hood's grandmother lived on the other side of the forest. Grandmother was very old. Her eyes and ears no longer saw or heard as before. One day, Little Red Riding Hood wanted to take the cookies her mother had made fresh to her grandmother. She put the cookies in her basket. She started to move along the forest path. Meanwhile, a sneaky wolf followed Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf found a chance and blocked Little Red Riding Hood's path. He asked where she was going. Little Red Riding Hood was not afraid of the wolf, but she said that she went to her grandmother's house and that the house was at the end of the hill. The wolf decided to set a trap to eat Little Red Riding Hood by arriving at her grandmother's house before her. He came to your grandmother's house and knocked on the door. He changed his voice and said, "Grandma, I'm here. Your grandson. Can you open the door?" Her grandmother lowered the latch of the door and said, "Daughter, you can enter. The door is open." When the wolf entered, the grandmother with low vision could not see the wolf clearly. The wolf took this as an opportunity, locked the grandmother in the wardrobe, put on her clothes and went to bed. Little Red Riding Hood had not seen her grandmother for a long time. She was wondering how she was. She arrived home and immediately sat on the edge of the bed. There was something strange about her grandmother. She asked softly, "Grandma, why did your eyes get so big?" The wolf changed his voice and replied, "To see you better, girl." Little Red Riding Hood was still not convinced and said, "Why have your ears grown so big?" Wolf muttered, "To hear you better." Little Red Riding Hood realized that something strange was happening. "So, Grandma, why did your mouth get so big?" When she asked, the wolf suddenly threw away the glasses and the bonnet, opened his mouth, showed his teeth and was getting ready to swallow the Little Red Riding Hood, so he said, "I could eat you better." Meanwhile, an old hunter uncle walking outside heard the noise inside and immediately rushed into the hut. Little Red Riding Hood hit the wolf on the head with her basket, knocking him out. The hunter caught the wolf and took it far away. Little Red Riding Hood heard the clatter coming from the wardrobe and immediately opened it and saw that her grandmother was waiting in the wardrobe in fear. Finally, the grandmother and the grandchild hugged each other. Little Red Riding Hood has been much more careful about malicious people since that day.